Oh yeah, a little wet out, got the tail out again. Mainly, I got a couple of things behind me. The headlight that I bought that was supposed to completely replace the headlight on my Honda VTX. A month and a couple days away, maybe a month by the time you're watching this. I'm sitting like this, where you would have put stuff.
Just doing one where I just basically watch the videos and browse around on the internet.
It just doesn't look right for me. I'm not going to be happy with it, so I'm not going to keep it. Simple fact. And because technically it didn't fit, Amazon won't charge me to return it because even though it said it would fit a tooth.
Look at the top. What city is he in again?
Honda VTX 1300R. It don't. But then again, I could have aftermarket backrest on it. It was, yeah, so who knows. Come on, light. Gotta go to the postie office. And then peer later for the headlight. Post. Well,
These Tao Gemini's got really nice headlights on them. Look how close he's getting to this guy. I wouldn't get that close.
bloody idiot. I guess maybe you didn't need to go to the post office.
He's on the Tao Gemini in the rain, I think it was. Oh, it's not raining. Oh, it's drizzling.
Oh, is that douchebag? Yeah.
I waited, and I didn't realize the end
Yeah.
people. Then you came.
Yeah.
There was a tight squeeze. Sorry,
Yeah. Oh, all good, all good. Have a great awesome guys. I got an appointment and listen to their drop-offs in this town. They don't open till 9, and it's like, this sucks. Oh, my balls started to hurt. Oh God, I sat on them for too long. God, I'm getting too old to get.
Somebody said to me yesterday, I think it was Mike Buddy. He's a guy in the community, not just a guy on my channel or whatever. He said to get some kind of saddle luggage bag you can put on the back of it. And I seen on Amazon they have them. I don't know what it was called. It was like a saddle luggage bag. You put it on the back. I seen these really nice motorcycle mirrors. These are really nice motorcycle mirrors. The square ones. These are really nice. But let me see. It was like this luggage bag. Motorcycle. Not a luggage bag. Yeah, like one of these. Yeah, you can get these. I don't necessarily need one of these. I'm good with what I got. I have the Tao Gemini also has a big storage unit right in the middle of it. Or what do you call it? Compartment? Storage compartment. Not storage unit. Anyways, I wanted to watch this one. I haven't watched any Tao Gemini videos in a while. I should be making my own Tao Gemini videos. I was out there working on it, de-rusting it and whatnot. I was doing that. But I should have had a video of it. But I just wanted to do it, and I did it. I wish it was a video. It could have been, I guess. But at the same time, I like how much I moved around without the video. Because the camera's heavy, and you got to put it here and hold it there and all that. So I just went out and started working on the bike without doing that. But I should do a video. I didn't have to take it apart or anything. I just found the really rusty parts around the bike, like the chain and whatnot. I de-rusted the chain and whatnot. WD-40 this and WD-40 that. Looks better than this. Weird, wacky, and dangerous motorcycle modifications. It looks better than this. Look at this guy's spring. It's all rusted. But that guy's got a buddy, eh? He's rides the Harley. This guy, believe it or not, he's got a Harley. Or something like that. Or not a Harley, but something like that. Like a motorcycle. Gas motorcycle. Big gas motorcycle. What the heck? He's selling his Tao Gemini?
Hey, well, it's been, guys, like, yes, guys, we went through this before, just another updated video. Tao Gemini, hopefully you guys can see that, is for sale. 3,800 or best offer. Make me an offer. I know the least I'll take. It's still some dirt on the rim. I guess I'll have to get the, yeah.
I don't know why he'd sell.
But yeah, once I get on it, we'll check the kilometers. I think it's 1,200. It has the 50 bill of sale. I'll put in right here. 100, like a bunch of idiots have. I won't let it go. I rather take this out in the bush and destroy it into pieces before I let it go for $2,000. And that's what I'll do. The one Tipsy had, he traded it, and Buddy almost has a license for the road. It's taken a bit, but you know, worst case.
Better than nothing, that Tao Gemini.
Bike, what can I say? I just don't have a use for this, especially now that I bought a motorcycle.
Oh yeah, I seen they did upgrade to like these new motorcycles.
But she goes. Oh, that's water.
See, I jumped in at this Tao Gemini, so now I got the Tao Gemini, but they're leaving off, and they got so big they're on these big motorcycles now.
I don't want water. She goes. It's a great bike. Not.
I think he owns it, but right now this guy's got this one and the motorcycle.
Too bad. Pretty comfy. Yeah, you know, worst case scenario, I don't sell it and I gotta sit on it. I'll just beat it out in the bush. I think it'll sell. Why do? Oh yeah. Whoa, Mr. Transport Truck. Like, I can keep up with traffic. Legal e-bike speed's 32 kilometers an hour, but that's another reason I don't want it, because the motorcycle is different. Why am I going?
You know, these little Tao Geminis, they whip around quick, and they're silent. Not like a motorcycle.
Until you get a license for the road, which you can do. You got tips.
And you don't need a license for it.
It's broken off.
Ooh, what happened here? What happened here?
I don't know. Oh, the only thing that's wrong with it is there's...
Well, the only thing that's wrong with it, he said.
About 2 inches of the...
He drove this thing to hell and back.
Front brake handle that's broken off.
Like, he would go in, like, the woods with this thing. The woods.
Like, I'm already doing 50. Drop. 60. 65. 70. Whoa. Yeah, and if I got caught
look at how fast he's going.
Right now, I'd be charged with driving under... Oh no, I got a license now. I'd be driving without insurance, customizing an e-bike, and no insurance. If I was doing higher than 32 kilometers an hour, which right now I'm doing 42. Cops will let you go around 40, 45 without too much hassle. But
That's what I was saying. I have that function to go faster, but I think I'm gonna stick 32. Most areas, like, you gotta legally be 32.
Reckless driving, you know, they haven't been pounded on too. It's kept inside. And no. If you come to me and say, "Oh, I'll give you, well, you want 38,"
You can go higher than 32. I'm sure in my area too. You don't see the police too often, but when you do, stay 32.
but usually I would go through that. But I just watched it.
I'm gonna stay 32 generally most of the time anyway. I don't like. It goes very fast. I don't even know if I want to go very fast on it
If he came to me
until I get used to it.
and said, "Oh, I seen your video. You said you would take 35." I'd be like, "Yeah, but you know, it's missing a pedal on the brake. I'll give you 34." I'll be like, "I like emo."
You can buy a new motorcycle brake lever. They sell them cheap. You go on Amazon, even they have them. See, for $16, $42, $50, $34. They have all different ones. $28. You can get some red ones. Brake levers. He just needs a new brake lever. That's a brake lever. Brake lever. Look at this brake lever. It depends on who you want to be. You want to be the guy with the really nice brake levers, or you want to be the guy with the ones that are kind of like the budget brake levers or the sporty ones. This one even comes with the, if you need it, the whatever the heck that brake fluid's called for the whatever the braking ABS braking system. Yeah, and you can get that. Let's see. Police, Belleville. That's right, he's Belleville. Which it doesn't look like a half bad town, actually. Actually, I think it's a city or something. Doesn't look too bad from what I've seen. Oh, they're on Lake Ontario. I'm on Lake Huron. But I've been to Lake Ontario. It's pretty big. This looks cool. They have something that it's almost like the same style that Ottawa is, but it's like a little bit smaller. That's how a couple of the towns and cities in Canada are. They have similar building styles, but some of the buildings are smaller than others and whatnot for what town they are and yada yada, right? And then you go to the big city, it's like a grandiose one of the cathedrals, of the towers, of the yada yada flagpoles and whatever. Look at this bridge in Belleville. It has a river going through it. It looks nice. It looks like a nice town. Nice city. Actually, this is Illinois. Eckerts. Eckerts. I've heard of this place. This is in Illinois. Belleville, Illinois. It's nice to see other cities than London, Ontario and stuff. Belleville Farmers Market. I love a good farmer's market. Maple syrup, corn on the cob, that's a great one. Strawberries, I like strawberries. Peaches. We have a farmer's market here in my town too, but that's cool to see another one. History of Belleville Farmers Market. 1816 it was established. Wow. That's only a few years after the war of 1812 they established the Belleville Farmers Market. Since wooden poles kept breaking, an iron pole was substituted in 1912. There's a lot of wind, I guess, because they're right off the lake. There's a lot of wind here too. But I think they may be off the lake opposite to how we're off the lake. I think the lake's on their east and the lake's on our west. So it's a little bit different. Walk, ride, and drive. We've seen that guy e-biking all around. He needs to fix his brake lever, I think, though. Yeah, my chain was quite rusty. Didn't look healthy like this chain, but look, you can see a little bit of rust on this chain. And that's the way my chain's looking now, sort of like this. So once it warms up, it's supposed to be warm tomorrow or whatever. I'm going to see if I can need to do any more conditioning on that chain, that metal of that chain. I think it'll be good once I get her going. Supposed to warm up, see? What's today? Friday, so 15 tomorrow, 21, 10. Supposed to warm up. Today it's not supposed to be too warm, but not too cold either. 10 degrees. End pet obesity. That's a good idea. My cat was facing obesity, and then I got him back on track. I sort of spaced out his meals and all that. He was getting them too frequently. He was getting his meals way too frequently, and he was just fattening up, fattening up, fattening up. He needed he needed some more hours in between his meals to get hungry. So he got hungry again and slimmed up, and then he ate, and then he grew bigger because then instead of it just piling onto each other and whatnot in a bloated fashion, his body was able to reset and then start consuming and growing again. That was my theory on it. And then you could see the difference in his coat and his bone development, his height, his length, everything. You could see a big difference. His attitude, you could tell that he was enjoying his food much more. But you don't want to overstarve them either, or else it's not good. I didn't. Look at how nice this chain is. Wow. Clean. I have to leave mine outside, so of course it got rusted. It was rusty. Brittle rusty. Like this. Actually, it was even more brittle, like more even drier than that. Something like that, maybe. Super dry rust. So then I put the rust remover on it. And the metal, yeah, see, metal's a hard substance, but it wears away. It like slowly erodes away until it's nothing. Kind of like dust. This metal is slowly every year rusts away until eventually it disintegrates. Sometimes. But I think the rust can protect the other metal from oxidization. Like once it rusts up so much, there is like a core of metal quite possible. But then sometimes that rust eats the whole thing out. The rust, I don't know what rust is. I know it's the oxidization or something like that of the metal, but I heard it eats it away in there. A reddish or yellowish brown flaky coating of iron oxide that is formed on iron or steel by oxidization, especially in the presence of moisture. It looks like it's a compound or something that gets created, and then the compound has adverse effects or something like that to the metal in the other. Like a metal disease, a disease that the metal creates on itself through. I'm not sure, okay, but that's what it comes because this metal is man-made, is it not? It's the actual substance of the metal is not man-made, but the form they put it in and yada yada, and then you put it out into the conditions because the metal just comes out of the ground and yada yada. But then it was the humans that put it in the foundry and yada yada to create it into whatever product they wanted it to be, right? They produced the metal. We're not talking anything to do with any mixtures or alloys or anything. They produce the metal like the steel or whatnot, or and yada yada, iron and whatnot, and they formed it into whatever product they wanted it to be. Say this is a pole. This is a I don't know what the hell that is, but you get what I'm saying. Or this is like for a car here, and then it's just the weather conditions. It's just metal's a great substance in its uses, but that with the air and the certain conditions, it's just the properties of metal. This is a disease that it can get. And you can get like um rust prevention stuff. They should well they do have that. That's why they do this, I think. Is like more expensive vehicles you can afford to paint your stuff. That's and that well that stops rusting significantly and yada yada is painting and all that. So that's why like just like a house, you have more expensive amenities and yada yada at your house. The more you can afford for your vehicle, the less disease in the metal and all that. Like the more expensive vehicles have the painted metal and all that, and that prevents rusting significantly. Just painting the metal, but it costs like well, it doesn't cost big money, but it costs more money for painted metal than it does unpainted. Like if you want a painted brake caliper, you're gonna be it's gonna cost whatever amount more money than it does an unpainted one. So it just depends on the time. See, maybe normal people will say, "Oh, I don't need a painted one," because they can't afford a painted one. So that extra $50 or something per brake caliper, or whatever it is, that they need a painted one. See, that's why there's rust out. Short, quicker time. Rust out more than the painted one. Paint acts as a protective barrier. Same with buildings, with stone and all that. It acts as a protective barrier.